So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Throwing deep for Galladay. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Jackson. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down. A handoff for Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now they run the option on 2nd down. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Jackson now. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Myers' kick is good. And the lead is down to 10 now at 16-6. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer. Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Here's 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now Wentz. Open right side, complete to Rager. And he's brought down. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Wentz now to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead. And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. And in this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away. Now Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant. On 1st down, it's Gordon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Throwing deep for Galladay. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now it's Jackson. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. And Cooks has it over the middle. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll run with Gibson. And he's got room. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. Antonio Gibson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
Pulls it in at the 13. Oh, a good-looking return setup here. He's past the 30. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
They'll run on 1st down. Gordon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
And this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts might be headed to the win column for the first time in 2021 as they add on to their lead. So up comes Wentz as he and the guys on offense here will go for 2. Wentz going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return, Walker. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. Fighting through, and he's got space. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Jackson on first down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take it.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you're probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. Throwing is Wentz. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Another tremendous play by like Xavier Howard. 10 interceptions, led the NFL last year. And he's the first defender since Antonio Cromartie in 2007 with 10 or more in a season. When you throw it in his area, you're taking a gamble.
Wentz's throw complete to Rager. 20, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. Jalen Rager with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Koo now for the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And they take a knee.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
One last shot for Jackson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Colts, it'll be a much happier locker room here as they get that first win after 5 straight losses to start the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL.